Say customer had requested a bank to realize 2.5 million Singapore dollar. And they are expected to receive it by 28th of January. For some reason, they had a bank went in for strike and they could realize the money maybe 4-5 days later or maybe a week later. And they would receive only at the rate of realization, that is date on which they realize being 4th of February instead of 28th of January. So, they are asking us to find out as whether there is any loss because of the delay. So, ignoring the time value of money, because it is only 1 week difference that you have, ignoring time value of money, in absolute terms, whether you gained or lost, that is the question that you got to take up. This problem, they have asked 2 times in the past. So, it was originally payable exposure, I changed it to receivable exposure just to make it different. The original examination, it was payable exposure. See, we understand that it is a receivable exposure and it is a two-way code and we are expected to use bid rate for all our computation. But we don't have a straight code for Singapore dollar. You have in Bombay INR to US dollar and in London US dollar to pound and in Singapore it is Singapore dollar to pound. So we may have to use more than one common currency or 2 common currencies to arrive at the rate. So INR to Singapore dollar is equal to INR to US dollar multiplied by US dollar to GBP and GBP to Singapore dollar. Correct? In all these cases we are expected to use only bid rate because it is receivable exposure. Since it is receivable exposure under direct code arrived through cross rate. Since there is receivable exposure under direct code, one is expected to use bid rate. Correct? We understand for 28th of January, INR to dollar 45.85 multiplied by dollar to pound 1.7840. That is also dollar to pound only. Then third one is Singapore dollar to pound they given, whereas we require pound to Singapore dollar. So therefore we have got to take up 1 divided by offer rate 3.1590. So now whatever may be that, we will take the matter a little later. Now we will take up 4th February similarly. So 45.91 into 1.7765 multiplied by 1 divided by 3.1390. You will get a rate. So first one, now we will find out the first one. 4 decimal pono 3706. In case they have asked a specific requirement, you follow that. Otherwise 2 decimal only we take up. But here it is given in the problem as 4 decimal. Huh? 9825. So it is a gain. Why it is a gain? We realize for each Singapore dollar some 9 paisa or so more than what we could have received on the schedule today. What is the difference between the two? 25.9825 minus 25.8931 0.0894. Exposure 25 lakhs Singapore dollar. What is the gain? This into 25 lakhs rupees, 2,23,500. Margin we have got to reduce. How much is the margin? 0.125 percentage. 0.125 percentage. 279 rupees. So net gain 223, 221. Is that clear? We don't have to just do for offer rates and all that because we don't require them at all. Go on. We can apply this margin even in the rate also. In any case, the answer will be the same. Question number 22, page number 42. Ashwati will read out this problem.
Find out the arbitrage cost from the following. If so, from where investments is start. Assume there is no transaction cost. Rupees 55.5 is equal to 1,100. Rupees 35.65 is equal to $1 in value. $1.58 is equal to 1,000 euros.
Say, they are asking us to check up as whether there is any arbitrage possibility with exchange rates of three currencies given, GBP to rupee, GBP to dollar, dollar to rupee. These sort of problems we call it out as currency arbitrage. Arbitrage is nothing but buying and selling in the same market at different points of time, or buying and selling happening at the same point of time but in different markets. What is arbitrage? Arbitrage is profit making, can say. So how this profit making can be carried out? Buy and sell. B and S stands for buy and sell in the same market at different points of time. Buy in that market, sell later, or sell firstly and then buy later. But let that be happening in the same market but at different points of time. Here buy and sell at the same point of time time will be static. Buy and sell at the same point of time in different markets. So you make profit. So is there any possibility of making profit that you have? This is the indication that you find in the problem, because they have not mentioned any time. Time is fixed. How do we approach this problem? There are many ways of doing. You have got to do it in an arbitrary form. See, as far as that transistor problem is concerned, we have expressed everything in US dollars and then we have worked. You can do it everything by Singapore dollar and work. Everything as rubles and you do it. Answer will be same. Here we will try just like that in this fashion. Buy $1,000 by selling ₹35,625. What is that? Buy $1,000 by selling 35,625. Do you agree with me or not? How do you agree? Sir, in Delhi, $1 equal to 35 rupees and 625. When you got to buy $1,000, you got to pay 35,625. Correct? You have made investment for $1,000 by paying for, that is paying in INR. That is, from your pocket you have taken up Indian rupee and taken now $1,000 in New Delhi. Then what is the next thing? Buy GBP by selling $1,000. I am just connecting these two. I bought in New Delhi, now I have to sell in New York. How much? When you know in New York it is 1 GBP is equal to $1.5820. When it is $1,000, how much GBP they will be realizing? So this comes to 632 GBP. Are you understanding all of you? Next, by INR, by selling, சும்மா பவுண்ட் சொல்லக்கூடாது, பை GBP na pound na rendu onnu number சொல்லணும்னு சொன்னாக்க 632 GBP. So where எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் தூக்கமா இருக்கு. Unusually I just got up by 2 o'clock. Unusually, normally I just get by 4:30, 2 o'clock. After that I didn't get sleep. சரி, ஆஃபீஸ் போய் ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருந்தேன். ஆஃபீஸ் கீழே இருக்கனால நோ ப்ராப்ளம். I was feeling very fresh. Now, a little sleepy. So please be alert and give correct answer. தப்பான ஆன்சர் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா நானே தூக்கி விடுவேன். So, it is GBP 632 into 55.5. 35,076 rupees. Now, we have just made a full circle. How much did you invest? 35,625. This is the amount that I put in. But how much money you have got in the process? 35,076. Whether you have got more or less? Less. Therefore, you should consider that you have lost. So, there is a loss of rupees. How much is the loss that you sense out? That is your work. Loss of rupees 549. There is a loss. No scope for arbitrage. இப்பதான் முடிச்சிருக்கேன். இப்பதான் மாப்பிள்ளை போவர் அப்புறம் கல்யாணம். So first one we have just completed. But our mind will ask a question, can I not do the other way, not reverse way? There can be many ways. I will try one. So what is it we would like to try? So we have started in New Delhi because that is our national capital. So that is the attachment. So I can do this way also. I buy 35,625 INR by selling $1,000. What is that? Buy 35,625 INR by selling $1,000 in New Delhi. Now you can't go to New York. Now you have to go to London. Why? Because quotation for GBP is available in INR there in London. So by selling 35,625 rupee. So what is that you buy? Buy so much of GBP. So 1 GBP is equal to 55.50 INR. 35,625 INR is equal to how much GBP? 35625 divided by 55.5. 642. அந்த கொட்டேஷன் சொல்லும்போது தான் அந்த டெசிமல்லாம் ரவுண்ட் ஆஃப் பண்ணுங்க. Next. Next one, by selling 642 GBP by dollar. How many dollars you buy in New York? So where it is $1 equal to sorry, 1 pound equal to 1.5820 dollars. 642 GBP is equal to 642 multiplied by 1.5820. So what you get is $1016. How much did you invest? $1,000 you have invested. You realize $1,016. There is a gain to the extent of gain of $16. How come 1016 minus 1000? Where from we are just getting this? This is 1000. Where is that we have just got this? This is the 1000 figure. So what is the conclusion that we make? There is a scope for arbitrage. So don't get the impression that you will get in one positive, the other one negative. It is all possible only because of the single code there. If you were to have two-way code, then possibly we may not be just getting this. Both may end up with loss, both may end up with gain. Come on. Or it may be a combination of gain and loss.